Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to get that Holo-Egg, an egg on 22 on Brick Hill. So yeah, let's get started. So in order to get this egg, you first need to join the Arctic Research Complex set. And once you join this set right over here, from the spawn point, you want to keep going straight forward into this tunnel that you were just spawned in front of. And once you're here in this room, you want to walk to the opposite side right over here. And you want to walk into the opposite side of this next tunnel. So once you make your way to the end of the tunnel right over here, there should be this little ice obby. And you want to make your way to the top right over there. And this is a pretty long one, but it's a nice challenge. And before I start, I do want to say that you will need to use shift a lot. When you press shift, you get a speed boost, and that will definitely be helpful for a lot of the jumps in this area. So right over here for these first few, these are pretty simple. You just need to jump over them over here until you do make your way to the center of this area. And also don't worry, because there are a lot of checkpoints at a lot of points. So if you fall at one point, just fall into this little ice water, and then you should be able to teleport back up. So once you're in the center right over here, you want to go to the top right corner, and right over here you need to shift to speed up to reach that platform, and then go to the next platform right over here. At the end of this next platform, you want to keep walking to the opposite side and jump to this next area right over here. Then once you reach this next area right over here, at the right side should be this little blue and black caution area, and you need to shift to jump across this little cylinder and that platform right over there. Right over here from this platform, you want to sprint over to this little green cylinder, and you want to head over to these two platforms right over here and make your way to the rock area. And once you make your way to the rock area right over here, you want to climb up to the top of this rock area touching the wall. Then you want to shift over to this giant gear. On the right side over here, I'm going to use these two platforms to get to this top area right over here. And I do want to say that these orange ones right over here fall after a certain time. So if you're doing this with a friend, going directly after them will not be helpful. And also if you want to catch a break, I wouldn't recommend pausing on those as they will fall after. But after you jump up over here, you want to keep walking alongside the rock wall. And right over here, once you reach the end of this platform, you want to jump over to this floating one and then jump over to this big gear in the corner of this map. Then once you reach the big gear in the corner of the map, there are two more right over here that you want to do to get to the next big gear right over here. Then after that, there is a blue and an orange one to get to this next rock area right over here as well. And from here, there are only a few more that you still need to do to get to the top right over there. Firstly, you want to jump over to this big orange one right over here, and then you want to jump over to this big gear right over there. And then you want to make your way to this rock on the wall right over here, and then finally to this big gear right over there in the corner. And then once you reach this gear, you want to go to the right side right over here and climb up to this rock. And once you reach this rock, you want to go around the wall until you reach this next rock area right over here. At this next rock area, the next few jumps are a mix of big platforms and small platforms, so you need to be pretty fast in order to actually make it to the next gear right over there. So once you shift right over here, you can just go ahead across these platforms and make your way towards that big gear over there. So over here, after you make it to this big gear, you're gonna head over to the opposite side. And then you want to do a big jump to that door area right over there. And this is a pretty long jump, so don't worry if you don't make it on your first try, because it does take a few tries to get there. But once you're ready, you can shift and try to jump to that big door area right over here. And once you make it, you want to keep going straight forward into this little room with the scientists. And the scientist right over here actually is someone that you can talk to. You want to press G and you can actually talk to the scientists. And they're going to ask if you would help them out with an experiment. And they say that you will need to do a series of puzzles in order to actually reach the egg. In order to complete this puzzle, you have to go across this puzzle area with the number being 0. And stepping on a red platform will make the number decrease by 1, and stepping on a green platform will make the number increase by 1. So right over here, if I go forward, I decrease by 1, so it says -1, and then on this green one, it increased by 1. So now I have 0, and that's good. And I can step on this blue platform, and that should be puzzle solved. So for this next one right over here, I want to go forward 2, I'm going to turn right, then I want to drop down to this white platform. My number is 1, so I need to delete 1 more to get to 0. So over here, I'm going to go forward by 1, turn left, and then it should be a straightforward path to the victory right over there. And right over here, for this third puzzle, you basically want to do a zigzag pattern. So I'm going to go forward, left, forward, right. And I want to do that for the next couple of rows. So over here, forward, left, forward, right, and I'm at 0 right over here. So now for this part, I want to do forward, left. I should be at 0, and now you want to make your way to the blue square right over here. Now for the next few puzzles, the counter disappears, so you have to keep track of the number in your head. And you can also use the little chat on the side to help you keep track of what you stepped on. So right over here for this next one, you want to go forward 2. So now your number should be 2, and then you want to go right and then forward. So now your number should be back to 0. So then right over here, you want to go forward, left, then forward, right. So now your number should be 0 after all those steps. So now you can make your way back to this blue square. You should move on to the next level. For this next level right over here, you want to go forward, left. So now you should be 0. All those canceled out. They want to go forward, right. Those canceled out once again. You want to do the same thing right over here. Stepping on the red one and then going to the green one right next to it. So right over here, I stepped on the red one, then go to the green one. And then you want the same thing here. Red one, red, green, and then once again red, green. And then once you're on the screen, now it should be at 0, so stepping on these red and green on the right side should cancel each other out right over here, and you should be able to step on the the blue square once again. Then once right over here, this last challenge, you just want to keep going in a straight line. So right over here, those two canceled out, those two canceled out, those two canceled out, and all the rest of these will cancel out each other. So once you make your way to the end right over here, you should be able to step on the blue square, and you should get teleported right over here to the science area where you should be awarded the Holo-Egg. So yeah, hopefully this video will help you guys, and I get the Holo-Egg in Egg Hunt 2022. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.